Leading up for Leesburg, Fairfield Lions, number 9, center fielder, Dow Moon.
Good afternoon and welcome into Southern Ohio Sports Authority's presentation of this Division IV District Final between the Valley Indians and the Fairfield Lions. On the mound for the Indians, number 1, George Arnett. First offering is fouled down the third base line and out of play. It'll start it off at an 0-1 count. Valley in the district semifinal, a 6-2 win over the 9th seeded Southern. They finished up the season 20-3, 14-2 in the SOC 2. Second offering to Moon is fouled away in a pretty similar direction that'll push it to 0-2. The Indians a season ago, a trip to Canal Park, obviously losing in the Final Four. But also, this is not the first time these two teams have met this year, as they met earlier in the season on April 25th in Leesburg for an interconference regular season matchup, in which Valley pulled away with the win 6-4. So hopefully we'll have another barn burner game between these two teams here today. Here is the 1-2 offering from Arnett. And a nice diving play by Ridout, but it'll hit the ground and be a leadoff single for Doe Moon.
For the Lions, shortstop number 21, Jake Morgan.
And that'll now bring up the shortstop, Jake Morgan. First offering to Morgan is grounded to the left side, fielded by Queen. Flip to second is in time. However, there'll be no throw to first, one away. That'll bring up the opposing pitcher, Gabe Fouch. With one man on, one away. Throw over to first, not in time to pick off Morgan. And this pickoff attempt by Arnett will sail into the right field bullpen. Picked up by Edwards and thrown back into the infield. Morgan advancing to second. So that'll put a runner in scoring position with one away for Gabe Fouch. His first offering. A late strike call by the umpire will make it a 0-1 count for the Fairfield 3-hole. The 0-1's grounded right back up the middle, fielded by Ridout, and he'll have trouble with it. And a throw over to third, trying to get Morgan, will go near the fence, and Morgan will score on the air. And Fouch will reach second on the throw, an early 1-0 lead for the Fairfield Lions.
For the Lions, third baseman number 31, Cade Miller.
And now the 4-hole number 31, Cade Miller. Same spot Fouch was in a moment ago. Miller sends this one into straightaway right field. It'll be caught by Edwards. And Fouch will remain at second, 2 away.
For Fairfield, the catcher, number 26, Hunter Burns.
Hunter Burns, the catcher for the Lions, steps in now with 2 away. First offering fouled straight back, 0-1. An early 1-0 lead for Fairfield here in the top half of the first inning. 3 errors already on the scoreboard for Valley, as this one's fouled down the left field line, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 offering. Sent into high left center field. Morrow moving over, and he will make the grab for the third out of the top of the first. This is Ohio High School Baseball and Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Leading off for the Valley Indians, the shortstop, number 8, Jacob Rideout.
Welcome back in here to Southern Ohio Sports Authority's presentation of this district final between the Valley Indians and the Fairfield Lions. Jake and Rideout leading things off for the Indians. 1-1 count so far for the shortstop. On the mound for the Lions is number 14, Gabe Fouch. As Fouch quickly falls behind 2-1 in the count on Rideout. Here's a 2-1. Chopper to the right side, fielded cleanly by Allering. And he'll step on first for the first out of the inning.
Now batting for the Indians, the left fielder, number 2, Chase Morrow.
That'll bring up the left fielder, Chase Morrow. Here's the first offering. Low and away, a 1-0 count for Morrow. The 1-0's upstairs, pushes it to a 2-0 count, a hitter's count here for Chase Morrow. And the 2-0 finds the plate, makes it a 2-1 count now. The 2-1's in there for a strike, evens it up at 2-2. Here with 1 and away, a 1-0 lead for Fairfield. Here's the 2-2, outside 3-2. Three-two fouled away. We'll try it again. Once again, the 3-2 fouled out of play around the playground area. Still a 3-2 count. The 3-2 grounded to the left side, fielded by Miller. Throw on to first is away in time, but Allering comes off the base. And Morrow will reach on air.
For Valley, third baseman number 19, Tate Queen.
That'll bring up the third baseman, number 19, Tate Queen. And the umpire's talking it over at first, and it was going to be out for a second, but Moreau will be safe at first base. So one away, one man on for Tate Queen. First offering in the turf, 1-0. Queen, a .304 hitter on the season. 14 RBIs as he fouls one down the right side and out of play, 1-1. 2 home runs on the season for Queen. Only one of 2 players on the Valley Indians team with a home run, George Arnett being the other. Sends this one up the middle, fielded by Morgan. Step on second, throw on to first in time for the double play. That gets Fairfield out of the inning, still leading 1-0. This is Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Off top of the second inning for Fairfield. First baseman number 7, Noah Allering.
Noah Allering going to lead things off for Fairfield. He fouls this one to the left side. And a nice play by the third baseman, Tate Queen, as he borderline had to reach over the fence down the third base line. One away.
For Fairfield, left fielder number 1, Landry Hatton.
That'll bring up Landry Hatton, the left fielder for Fairfield here today. This one grounded to the left side, fielded by Rideout. The throw on to first, gets away from the first baseman, Jones. Advancing to second is Hatton, and he will do so safely. Reaching on air, that puts a man in scoring position for the right fielder, Owen Larrick.
For the Lions, right fielder, number 10, Owen Larrick.
Arnett, a 3.2 ERA on the season, 4-2 win-loss record. First offering to Larrick in there for a called strike, 0-1. 0-1 on the way, fouled straight back into the parking lot, 0-2. O2 on the way. This one pops straight up in the infield. Arnett moving over, calls off the first baseman Jones and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 away. And it'll bring up the second baseman, Wyatt Collins. One man in scoring position, 2 away. And the first offering, Collins, fouled straight back over the first base dugout. 0-1. And the 0-1 is swung through, makes it a 0-2 count. Back-to-back 0-2 counts for George Arnett. Strike here to get out of the inning. And it'll be upstairs, 1-2. The 1-2's downstairs in the turf, evens it up at 2-2. And the 2-2 is swung through for the third out of the inning. This is Ohio High School Baseball and Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Leading off on the second inning.
George Arnett going to start things off for us here in the bottom of the second inning.
Arnett.
For the Valley Indians. 3 up, 3 down for Valley. An inning ago. Quickly ahead in the count, 0-1 is Gabe Fouch. Second offering to Arnett on the way. And it'll be a called strike, 0-2. Arnett, a .273 hitter on the season. And it'll be 3 straight strikes for Arnett, 1 away.
For Valley, the designated hitter, number 12, Christopher Queen.
Designated hitter Christopher Queen will step in now, takes the first pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 delivery on the way, swung through, evens it up at 1-1. The 1-1 fouled straight back off the netting. Pushes it to a 1-2 count now on the 5-hole. Upstairs, evens it up at 2-2. And Queen sends this one into straightaway right field. It'll be a stand-up single.
For Valley, the right fielder, number 3, Hunter Edwards.
So 1 man on and 1 away for Hunter Edwards. The right fielder for Valley takes the first pitch outside, 1-0. They count this one outside, pushes it to a 2-0 count now. 2-0 from Fouch on the way, high and outside, almost looked like a pitch out. And 3 balls, no strikes to Hunter Edwards. The 3-0 will be upstairs as well, a 4-pitch walk. And that puts 2 men on with 1 away for the first baseman, Landon Jones.
For the Indians, the first baseman, number 6, Landon Jones.
Once again, high and outside. That's 3 straight pitches from Fouch that have been on that side of the plate. Here's the 1-0. This one will be swung through. That evens it up at 1-1. First strike in what was 6 pitches for Gabe Fouch. Here's the 1-1. Back-to-back strikes now, ahead in the count, 1-2. Looking to get his second out of the inning. Here's the 1-2. Hit to the left side, over the head of Cade Miller and down the left field line. Queen will come home to score, and Edwards will get into third safely. It'll be an RBI double for Landon Jones.
For Valley, the catcher, number 13, Jake Copley.
That'll bring up the catcher, Jace Copley, who sends one to the second baseman. He'll just take the out at first. Coming home to score is Hunter Edwards. And Valley's now ahead 2-1.
Now batting for Valley, second baseman, number 4, Colt Buckle.
Batting in the 9-hole for the Indians, the second baseman, Colt Buckle. First offering to Buckle, off speed in for a called strike, 0-1. Good chance here for the Indians to jump ahead 3-1 with a man on third, 2 away. Another called strike for Fouch, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 delivery from Fouch. Fouled straight back off the backstop. We'll try the 0-2 again. And swung through for strike 3. That gets Fairfield out of the inning, but not before surrendering 2 runs to the Indians, allowing them to jump ahead 2-1 in this Division 4 district final. This is Ohio High School Baseball and Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student-athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week, presented by Willie & Son Trucking, each week at SOSAOhio.com.
No top of the third inning for Fairfield. Center fielder number 9, Dow Moon.
Dalmoon going to lead things off for us here in the top of the third inning. Fairfield now down 2-1. After the bottom half of the second, the first pitch to Moon is upstairs, 1-0. Out of the windup, here's the 1-0, swung on and hit to the right side, fielded by Jones. He will step on first for the first out of the inning, 1 away.
For the Lions, shortstop number 21, Jake Morgan.
Jake Morgan will come up for the second time today. First time reached on a fielder's choice and came around to score for Fairfield's only run. He skies this one into straightaway center field, caught by Carter, 2 away.
Now batting for Fairfield, pitcher number 14, Gabe Pouch.
Gabe Fouch stepping in now, reached on air. Back in the first inning, he fouls this one straight back and over the grandstand, make it a 0-1 count. Swings through the 0-1 pitch, makes it an 0-2 count now. George Arnett looking for a 3-up, 3-down inning here in the top of the third. Here's the 0-2. Low and away, 1-2. And the 1-2 is swung through for strike 3, the third out of the inning. And a 3-up, 3-down inning for George Arnett. Valley still out in front, 2-1. This is Ohio High School Baseball and Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth. Jake and Rideout going to lead things off for Valley here in the bottom half of the third inning. A ground out to the first baseman in his last at-bat. Gabe Fouch still on the mound for Fairfield. And the first offering to Rideout will be upstairs 1-0. Currently 62 degrees here in Chillicothe. 7 mile per hour wind as well. Could be a little bit of precipitation here in the next hour or so as Rideout sends this one straight up the middle for a leadoff single, which will put one man on for Chase Moreau.
For Valley, pull-up fielder number 2, Chase Morrow.
First offering to Morrow's outside, 1-0. Moreau reached on air back in the first inning. Will later be forced out at second on a double play hit by the man who's on deck, Tate Queen. Out of the stretch, here's the 2-0. And it'll be called a ball, which now makes it a 3-0 count for Moreau. And it'll be a 4-pitch walk for Moreau that puts 2 men on with nobody out. For Tate Queen, who's a .367 hitter on the season with 15 RBIs.
Number 19, Tate Queen.
Grounded into an inning double play. And he'll take the first offering from Fouch for a ball, 1-0. Outside, 2-0. And the 2-0 will be in the turf, a 3-0 count for Tate Queen. On deck, George Arnett. And in the hole, Christopher Queen. 3-0 high and inside. That loads the bases with nobody gone for George Arnett. Struck out swinging an inning ago.
For Valley, the pitcher number 1, George Arnett.
And we will now have a mound visit for Fairfield. Fouch going to remain in the game for the Lions. A big spot here for George Arnett. Chance to extend Valley's 1-run lead over the Lions. Here in the bottom of the third inning with nobody gone. First offering to Arnett, high and outside, 1-0. Arnett sends this one high and deep to left center field. It'll be caught by Landry Hatton and thrown back into the infield. But Jake and Rideout will tag up and come home to score. That makes it a 3-1 ball game in favor of the Indians.
For the Indians, the designated hitter number 12, Christopher Queen.
And that'll now bring up Christopher Queen. A very similar situation. Just nobody on third and one away. First offering will be upstairs, 1-0. One and 0 upstairs. However, Queen swinging evens it up at 1-1. And another swinging strike makes it a 1-2 count now on Christopher Queen. On deck, Hunter Edwards. And in the hole, Landon Jones. 1-2 the count, one away. Men on first and second. Running back to second was Moreau. Flip to second will be in time to nab Queen. Moreau lucky to get to third base as when the ball was swung on, he was standing right on second.
For Valley, right fielder number 30, Hunter Edwards.
That'll bring up Hunter Edwards with 2 down and men on the corners. First pitch is upstairs, however, Edwards hacking at it makes it a 0-1 count. The 0-1 going to be a ball, evens it up at 1-1. One upstairs, 2-1. Two and one on the way and swung through, goes to the backstop. And Moreau going to come home and score. Which makes it a 4-1 ball game here in the bottom of the third inning. Queen advances to second. Two and two, high and outside, a full count now. For Hunter Edwards. Edwards sends this one into right field. It'll be caught by Owen Larrick for the third and final out of the inning. Valley extends their lead to 4-1. This is Ohio High School Baseball and Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Third baseman number 31, Cade Miller.
Cade Miller going to lead off for Fairfield in the top of the fourth inning. Arnett's still on the mound for the Indians. And this one is popped up to the second baseman, Colt Buckle, one away.
For the Lions, the catcher, number 26, Hunter Burns.
That'll bring up Hunter Burns, who fouls the first one up and over the third base dugout. Makes the count 0-1. Out of the windup, Arnett offers and swung through again, 0-2. Burns a fly out to the left fielder back in the first inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and this one hit into center field. It'll drop in for a one-out single, which will put a man on for the left fielder, Landry Hatton.
For Fairfield, the first baseman, number 7, Noah Allery.
Allering a pop-up to the left side back in the second inning, which actually resulted in a pretty nice grab by Tate Queen over the fence down the third base line. Here's the 0-1 to Allering. Fouled straight back off the netting, 0-2.
For Fairfield, left fielder number 1, Landry Hatton.
That'll bring up Landry Hatton. Reached on air back in the second inning. Advanced to second. I believe it was a throwing error that resulted in the ball going down around the first base bullpen, which would be Fairfield's here today. The 0-1's upstairs, evens it up at 1-1. Copley throwing it over to first, trying to nab Burns, but won't be in time. 1-1 the count to Landry Hatton. 2 gone and 1 man on, trailing Valley 4-1. A chopper straight back to the mound. Arnett fields it cleanly, throw on to first in time for the third out of the inning. Arnett faces 4 and gets out of the inning without allowing a run. This is Ohio High School Baseball and Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
For the Indians, first baseman number 6, Landon Jones.
Landon Jones going to lead off for Valley in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Gabe Fouch still on the mound for Fairfield. Out of the windup, the first offering to Jones is outside, 1-0. And the 1-0, a called strike, evens it up at 1-1. Winner of this game will go on to face the winner of a game later tonight between White Oak and South Webster. That game will also be streamed here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority. One and two, the count to Jones. And an off speed on the 1-2 pitch will be inside and a bit low. Evens it up at 2-2. Out of the windup, here is the 2-2. And it's outside. That makes it a full count now for Landon Jones. Jones able to hold off on the 3-2. It'll draw a 6-pitch walk, 6-pitch leadoff walk. That'll bring up Jace Copley. Ground out to the second baseman back in the second, which actually resulted in an RBI for Copley. Throw over to first, not in time to nab Jones. Copley, a .326 hitter on the season with 11 RBIs. Sends this one into right center field. Moving over is Larrick. He'll make the grab for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up the second baseman. I'm sorry, it'll bring up the catcher, Colt Buckle.
Second baseman number 4, Colt Buckle.
Buckle struck out swinging back in the second. And he'll square around to bunt this time. Won't make contact, and the ball will get away from the catcher, Hunter Burns. Advancing to second is Landon Jones. And that'll put a runner in scoring position with one away for Colt Buckle. Tipped, fouled straight back off the backstop. Now 0-2 on Copley. Here's the 0-2. High and in on the hands of Copley. 1-2 the count. The 1-2's chopped to the left side, fielded by Miller. And the throw on to first will be in time for the second out of the inning. Jones will advance to third.
For the Indians, shortstop number 8, Jacob Rideout.
It'll bring up Jacob Rideout for the third time here today. 1 for 2 with a single in the third. Base hit here would extend Valley's 4-1 lead over Fairfield. He swings through the first offering, 0-1. Now, although a 4-1 lead for Valley here today, only 3 hits for the Indians as they've been through the lineup 3 times. Be a single by Rideout, a single by Queen. That would be Christopher Queen. And a double for a double for Landon Jones. Here's the 1-2 offering to Rideout, and he'll swing through it for the third out of the inning. It will remain a 4-1 game in favor of Valley. This is Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Owen Lair going to lead things off here in the top of the 5th inning. Been a pretty quick game, only been 51 minutes. And we're already in the top of the 5th inning. Lair sends in this one to the left side, fielded cleanly by Tate Queen. And the throw on to first, although a diving effort from Lyric will be in time, one away.
For Fairfield, second baseman number 3, Wyatt Collins.
That'll bring up the second baseman, Wyatt Collins. Stroke out swinging back in the second. It's been his only plate appearance so far in this district final matchup. The first pitch from Arnett, off speed in for a called strike, 0-1. The 0-1 crosses the plate as well, and 0-2. Quickly behind in the count is Wyatt Collins, not wasting any time. Here's the 0-2. Chopper back up the middle, fielded by Buckle. And another diving effort from Fairfield. However, it will not be in time. 2 away.
For Fairfield, center fielder number 9, Dow Moon.
Dow Moon coming up for the 3rd time today. 1 for 2 so far with a single back in the 1st inning, a leadoff single to start the game. And it'll be another single here with 2 gone in the top of the 5th for Moon. The 3rd hit of the game for the Lions. We'll put a man on with 2 down for the 2-hole, Jake Morgan.
Now batting for the Lions, the shortstop number 21, Jake Morgan.
So Dow Moon with 2 hits. Hunter Burns with the other. And a 3-run deficit for the Lions with 2 gone in the top half of the 5th inning. First offering to Morgan outside, 1-0. The 1-0 misses the zone. The hitter's count now for Morgan at 2-0. Pretty wide batting stance for Morgan. Nice off-speed pitch from George Arnett. First strike of the at-bat, 2-1. Morgan sends this one into straightaway right field. Edwards under it, and he makes the grab for the 3rd out of the inning. Valley still ahead 4-1 in this district final matchup. This is Ohio High School Baseball and Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth. Chase Moreau going to lead things off for Valley in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Moreau 0 for 1 on the day with a walk back in the 3rd. Here's the 1-0. Swung through, evens it up at 1-1. Gabe Fouch still on the mound for the Lions. On that walk in the 3rd, Moreau did in fact come around to score. For one of Valley's 4 runs here today. Here's the 1-2. Fouled towards the playground area. We'll try the 1-2 again. And the 1-2 is swung through for a strikeout. And for the first out of the inning, 1 away.
For the Indians, third baseman number 19, Tate Queen.
Marks the 4th strikeout of the game for Fouch. And that'll bring up Tate Queen, who is also 0 for 1 with a walk in the 3rd. And Queen will take the first offering for a ball, 1-0. And the 1-0 can't find the zone either, which pushes it to a 2-0 count for the Valley 3-hole. And the 2-0 finally finds the zone. 2-1 the count to Tate Queen. The 2-1 hit to the left side, fielded by Miller. High throw from Miller, however, Allering able to bring it in for the second out of the inning, 2 away.
For Valley, the pitcher number 1, George Arnett.
That'll bring up the opposing pitcher, George Arnett, who was 0 for 1 on the day, had a sac fly back in the 3rd. Arnett takes the first offering from Fouch for a ball, 1-0. And that strike there evens it up at 1-1. Fouch not wasting any time on the mound. As the 1-1 is swung through and missed by Arnett, 1-2 the count. Out of the windup, here's the 1-2 from Fouch, a sidearm pitch that won't find the zone, evens it up at 2-2. And Arnett sends this one into straightaway left field. It will find the turf for a 2-out single. And that'll put a man on for the designated hitter, Christopher Queen.
For Valley, the designated hitter, number 12, Christopher Queen.
Makes Arnett 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI. And Fouch will throw over to first base. Won't be in time. Arnett on the move, hit and run action for the Indians. Collins has some trouble with it, but he's able to get it over to first for the 3rd out of the inning. This is Ohio High School Baseball and Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Leading off to the top of the sixth inning for Fairfield.
Opposing pitcher Gabe Fouch going to lead off for Fairfield in the top half of the sixth inning. Fouch 0 for 2 on the day, reached on air back in the first and struck out swinging to end the third. And the first offering from Arnett finds the plate, 0-1. Three strikeouts so far on the day for George Arnett. 0-1, a little outside, evens it up at 1-1. This one fouled straight back, 1-2. Out of the windup, here's the 1-2 from Arnett, and it's upstairs, evens it up at 2-2. 2-2 once again, fouled straight back off the wall. We'll try the 2-2 again. Two in on the hands of Fouch for another full count for a Fairfield batter. Here's the 3-2. And a taken strike three for Arnett's fourth K of the game. One away.
For the Lions, the third baseman, number 71, Katie Miller.
That'll bring up the third baseman, Cade Miller, 0 for 2 on the game. Arnett's first offering is a ball, 1-0. Both pitchers with a pretty good pace of play so far as we're in the top half of the sixth inning. With one out as Miller fouls this one straight back, 1-1. We're in the top half of the sixth inning, and it's only 5:03. It's been 63 minutes. Give or take a few, obviously. The 1-1 skied to the right side. Moving over is Landon Jones, and he will make the grab for the second out of the inning, 2 down. And that'll bring up Hunter Burns, one of 3 hits on the game for Fairfield, a single in his last at-bat, which came in the 4th inning. A fly out to left field all the way back in the 1st. Looking to get a rally going for the Lions as he sends this one into center field, and it will drop in for his second single of the game, which comes in as a 2-out single in the top of the 6th inning, which brings up the first baseman, Noah Allering. So 2 for 3 on the day now is Hunter Burns, as is Dow Moon, which account for it counts for all 4 hits for the Lions. From the stretch, here's the 0-1 from Arnett, skied into left field. Moving in is Moreau, and he will have enough ground to make the grab for the third out of the inning. That sends us into the bottom of the 6th. Valley going to look to extend their 4-1 lead over Fairfield. This is Ohio High School Baseball and Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth. Leading things off in the bottom of the 6th inning for Valley, going to be Landon Jones, who is 1 for 1 on the day, an RBI double back in the 2nd, and was walked in the 4th. He'll take the first offering from Fouch for a ball, 1-0. Due up for the Indians, as this one's fouled back off the netting. Due up for the Indians, Jones, Copley, and Buckle. Only one hit so far in the game between those 3 players, coming from Jones with that RBI double in the 2nd. Jones takes the 1-1 outside, 2-1. You know, obviously we don't have hits and errors displayed on our scoreboard in the stream, as here's the 2-1. And I believe it must have made contact with Jones as he'll head to first on a hit by pitch. Which puts one man on with nobody away for Jace Copley. But obviously we don't have hits and errors on our scoreboard, but here at VA Memorial Stadium, they do have hits and errors. And you know, you look at the scoreboard and each team has 4 hits. However, Valley has 4 errors. And Fairfield has no errors, and Valley is who's ahead 4-1. So, you know, it's just kind of a funny thing to look at here in person on the scoreboard that they have here. Fouch throws over to first. Pickoff attempt for Fouch. 1-0 the count. Or I believe it was 0-1. Yeah, sorry, the scoreboard here says 1-0. It is 0-1. The count, as Copley trying to lay down a bunt for the 2nd time. This one will go foul for the 2nd strike of the AB. 0-2. Nothing in 2, the count to Copley. Colt Buckle on deck for the Indians. And with an 0-2 count, Copley squares around to bunt, fouls it off. And obviously a foul bunt attempt with 2 strikes results in an out, which will result in the first out of the inning for the Indians. 1 away. Copley 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out to the 3rd baseman. Takes the first pitch for a called strike, 0-1. Swings through the 0-1, 0-2. And it will be called strike 3. We thought we might have we may have had a drop ball, but there's a runner on first base and less than 2 outs, so won't be any need to throw over to first base. And I believe off the top of my head, that'll be the 6th strikeout of the game for Gabe Fouch. And batting in the place of Jake and Rideout, going to be number 16, Levi Stewart, who from here I'd say is probably about 6'5". I'd say 6'5" is pretty accurate as he takes the, I believe, what is the count, 1-1, 2-0. 2-0 the count to Stewart. Takes the 2-0 for a called strike, 2-1. So no real news on what's going on with Jake and Rideout. As Levi Stewart now the count 2-2. Hit and run attempt here for the Indians. However, it'll be unsuccessful as Stewart strikes out swinging. This is Ohio High School Baseball and Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Waiting on top of the seventh inning for Fairfield, left fielder number 1, Landry Hatton.
Landry Hatton leading off for the Lions here in the top of the 7th inning, and really what could be the last inning of play here if Fairfield's unable to score 3 runs to tie it up at 4. Player who's actually just hit for Jakin Rideout now on the mound for the Indians. Kind of try to close it out here and get a district title for the Indians. 0-2 the count to Hatton. And he'll swing through the 3rd strike for the first out of the inning, 1 away.
For the Lions, right fielder number 10, Owen Larry.
That brings up Owen Larrick. 0 for 2 on the game is the right fielder. He skies this one into shallow right field. Moving in to catch it is Edwards, and he'll make the grab for the 2nd out of the inning.
Their attention, please. Pitch hitting for Collins, number 24, Elijah Humphreys.
Elijah Humphreys going to step in the place of Wyatt Collins. We were 2 down on the top of the 7th of this district final matchup. He grounds this one to the left side, fielded by Queen. The throw on to first is high, and it gets past the first baseman, Jones. And Humphreys will stay at second. Or sorry, at first. He will not advance to second. So that gives Fairfield a little bit of hope here as he'll get a man on, maybe looking to put out a pinch runner. Put a man on, and back to the top of the order now as Dow Moon steps in, who is 2 for 3 on the day. As we've stated earlier, half of the team's hits so far. Dow Moon with 2, and Hunter Burns with 2 as well. Ground ball right up the middle to Arnett, and he'll step on second, and the Valley Indians win the district for what I believe is at least the 2nd time in a row, as they made it all the way to the Final Four a year ago. A final score of 4-1, Valley once again coming away with the district title over the Fairfield Lions. I believe we are going to leave the cameras rolling for the trophy presentation here in the infield, but for now, myself, I will step aside, and we'll probably get sent to a commercial break here. This is Ohio High School Baseball and Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be having a presentation of the trophies for the runner-up and the champion today. First of all, in this bracket of Division 4, the runner-up will be the Fairfield Lions. Number 29, Corey Zimmerman. Number 28, Zane Matthews. Number 24, Elijah Humphrey. Number 22, Cody Frost. Number 16, Blaine Falber. Number 12, Dalton Hampton. Number 11, Daniel Ward. Number 5, Adam Berwanger. Number 4, Brandon Loveway. Number 3, Wyatt Collins. Number 10, Owen Larry. Number 1, Landry Hatton. Number 7, Noah Howard. Number 31, Katie Miller. Number 14, Gabe Fouch. Number 9, Dow Lou. And a special hand for these next two players. Senior number 26, Hunter Burns. And senior number 21, Jake Morgan. Our athletic trainer is Sydney Faulkner. Assistant coach Eric Baker. Assistant coach Tony Bellamy. And head coach Kyle Zimmerman.
So quickly in between the award presentation here, we're just going to go through some quick stats from tonight. We'll start with Fairfield, the losing team. Only 4 hits for them today. Dow Moon, 2 for 4. And the only run they scored was Jake Morgan, who came around to score. And the other player with 2 hits on the game is Hunter Burns, who finished 2 for 3. Gabe Fouch going 6 innings pitched, allowing 4 runs, along with 7 strikeouts. And quickly we'll go over Valley. Jake and Rideout 1 for 3 on the game with a run scored. Chase Moreau came around to score. George Arnett 1 for 2 with an RBI. Tate Queen was 1 for 3, and Landon Jones, I believe, or no, sorry. Yes, Landon Jones finished 1 for 1 with an RBI as well. George Arnett goes 6 innings pitched with no earned runs and 4 strikeouts, and Jakin Rideout comes in to get the save in the final inning with a strikeout as well. So Valley will move on to the regional semifinal round, where I believe they will take on the winner of the next game between White Oak and South Webster. That game scheduled to start at 7 o'clock, which is about 90 minutes from now, here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority here at VA Memorial Stadium. So if you want to tune into that, as we will be here for that game as well. But for the 4 o'clock game between these two teams, that is all I have for you. So I will be gone, but we will leave it up for the remainder of the trophy presentation. So I hope you enjoyed listening tonight. And if you come around for the 7 o'clock game, we will see you there. Once again, the final, Valley 4, Fairfield 1.
Number 12, Christopher Queen. Number 10, Carter Nickel. Number 2, Chase Morrow. Number 7, Parker Luke. Number 6, Landon Jones. Number 17, Jared Jones. Number 15, J.R. Holbrook. Number 18, Marcus Frankie. Number 3, Hunter Edwards. Number 5, Chase Davis. Number 29, Braden Cyrus. Number 13, Jace Copley. Number 4, Colt Buckle. Number 27, Kason Bauer. And number 1, George Arnett. Trainer for Valley is Amber Howell. And goalkeeper Aaron Morrow. And assistant coach Blake Howard. Assistant coach Logan Crabtree. And head coach Nolan Crabtree. Ladies and gentlemen, not a big round of applause for this bracket's Division 4 champion, Lucasville Valley, Indiana. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to the coaches and everyone that helps with the teams throughout the year.